Let's start with Saturday scrimmage. How do you think the defense played overall, and your pass defense particularly?
Saturday, I thought we kind of let the energy dip a little bit. I know there was a lot going on, and with the student appreciation, that's what we talked about in terms of coming out here today, just being able to play at our standard. I think guys, kind of practice 8. Guys kind of let the energy level dip a little bit, but today they responded like I knew that they should. So I was happy and pleased with how we responded. Wasn't necessarily too happy with how we played on Saturday. I think we could play better.
How was the starting corners look returning to that role, Bless and Isaiah?
Well, the good thing about the spring is I think we have 3 starting corners with Damon and the way he's picked up his play over the course of the spring. And then again with Isaiah and Bless, I think all 3 of those guys are kind of just iron sharpening iron, kind of going out there and forcing each other to compete, forcing each other, the guys, to be competitive and kind of raise their level of play. So I think we're in a fortunate spot to really be able to have 3 guys who can go out there and compete, but they're getting better every single day. And again, right now in this spring, it's about the culture that we're trying to build, the mindset that we're trying to build, and I think the guys are grasping onto it and responding well, as far as going practice 9.
Behind those guys too, how's the depth building? Because I know you're looking for some guys to step up there. Has anybody done that?
We are. We got guys. Kobe is coming along well. Zane was coming along early on in the spring, but those guys they still got a lot of work to do. But they're climbing. I think those guys will be able to contribute. I think those guys will find roles. But they got some more work to do in terms of being able to sit there and help us out there on the defensive field. But they're definitely progressing in that direction.
How do you look at Ross Douglas? Is he a corner? Is he a linebacker? Is he both?
Well, Ross right now has some flexibility for us. That's a good thing about having players like him, because he can do multiple things. Right now he's being a football player. So, that's kind of how we look at him, and we plug him where we see fit, and he's done well.
Damon Hayes, I know you didn't coach him last year, but where have you seen him take steps forward from the film you've watched or from what you saw during workouts in the beginning of spring?
Well, I think Damon's done a really good job, more so in the classroom, and now it's translating into the field. He's really become a student of the position, or a student of the game. He works hard at it, he studies it, and then now it's just about, creating those habits that are going to allow him to make plays on the field. And I think he's done that off the field first, and now you're starting to see it translate on the field.
You have to be a really competitive guy to want to do as much press coverage as these Rutgers corners do. Do you see that in the meeting rooms, just a bunch of competitive guys?
Well, we need to be. We try to sit there and breed that type of mentality every single day. There's arm wrestling in the room. We got shooting baskets, and any kind of situation we can get these guys to be competitive. It helps to the style of football that we want to play, especially on the outside. And then again, we got 3 guys, like I said, we got 5 guys who all want to start and all want to play, and to come out there and to compete. It takes a competitive guy to be in terms of mindset-wise.
To take Damon out of it for a sec, Bless and Isaiah are both juniors who have started like 24 games, which is rare. They started day 1 here. Right. Can you tell that that they have that much experience already?
Yes, but with those guys being older, the maturity level comes out. So in terms of how they practice, just being able to take charge, leading that group, those guys have really shown their maturity and them being veterans in that way. They're making plays, and you can see they're trying to help the guys underneath, and they're really trying to be leaders on the defense, not just in our room, but in the defense in terms of just making sure that we're competing the right way and that the culture is what we want.
What's the communication like back there? Because even if you include the safeties, a lot of guys who've played a lot of games all together.
Well, on the back end, you got to have communication. Even though you got Coach Bush and myself, there's a lot of intermingling between the 2 units where guys are communicating exactly what we're doing, how we're going to play things, and I think that's how you become better as a secondary. The more you can kind of spend time with each other, hang around each other, and then communicate in terms of, hey, this is what I want to do, this is how I'm going to be able to play it. You start to understand each other's strengths and weaknesses, and I think the guys are starting to understand that, and they're starting to gel with that.
Anything else, guys?
Thanks.